I just finished this script. I hope it works after testing it like 5 times. Well, I tried to make it work, since I don't really know how to fix it. Right. I know who can fix these scripting errors. Let me just...
Hey.
I'm not going to ask why you always appear out of nowhere. Well, look, I got this little scripting error. Could you fix it for me?
Yeah, why not? I hope you actually understand what you are doing, by the way. I don't want to annoy you, but where is the script? And why are there 6 scripts in server script service with the same name?
I don't know. I forgot. I think so.
Alright, I think I found it. It's in this folder called scripts, right? Why the hell do you have remotes and local scripts in there? Just going to ask a very simple question. Do you know what organization is? And do you know how hard it is to handle a game that isn't organized properly? I don't blame you, because I like showing people the right way. So I'm going to show you how to properly organize your game. There's no good way or bad way. You just need to make it readable, especially if you're working with other people or in a team. And most importantly, you will improve your workflow.
Well, I don't want to annoy more people. Especially with that messy organization, so...
You're mentally ill if you put a remove event in lighting.
Did I do that?
Hey, welcome to this video. Probably you're someone that is terrible at organizing your own games, or maybe you don't even know that you're doing the things wrong, leading to development issues. And like I said, if you're working with someone, that person will be confused at your workflow organization. If you're someone that doesn't know what folder instances are, or don't know where to place some instances, well, this is the right video. Just one thing, as I said before, there's no good or bad way to organize your game. This is a responsibility making your game clear and fresh. I won't talk about organizing scripts, since it's more an advanced topic, but I will keep that in mind. So, enjoy this video. Before we start organizing our game, you need to understand those things in the Explorer panel. And yes, they're called CoreServices, if you were wondering. I'm not going to explain every core service, of course. Just the most important ones like Workspace, Replicated First, Replicated Storage, Server Script Service, Server Storage, Starter GUI, and Starter Player. So, let's get into the technical stuff. Workspace is where your game objects appear. See that base plate? Yeah, it's there because it exists in your game. Replicated First is used to load local scripts when the player joins before anything else. It's perfect for loading screens. Replicated Storage is my favorite. It's ideal for module scripts, remote events, remote functions, and other assets. What makes it special is that it's accessible by both the server and the client. Server Script Service is great for server-side scripts only. This means you can't use local scripts here, and the client can't access it. It's perfect for game logic, leaderboards, and server-only data, keeping things safe. Starter GUI is pretty obvious, but I'll explain anyway. This is used for designing menus and screen interfaces. When the player joins, it gets copied into their player GUI. Starter Player lets you control player properties. Inside this core service, you'll find Starter Player scripts, used for client scripts. Starter Character scripts, used for scripts that go into the character model. This is especially useful for avoiding script breaks when the player dies. Now that you understand all those core services I explained, I've got a little quiz for you. So, tell me. You have animation assets that need to be accessed by both the client and the server. Where should you store them?
I think it's replicated storage. Right? Because they're both shared.
Congrats! You already know where to store your assets.
Do I win something for answering that?
No. Now this is the part where you start organizing your game. I present to you a powerful container called folder. I won't explain what it does, because it's literally called folder. Let me give you an example. Remember that little quiz I did? I said that if you have animation assets, you should place them in replicated storage, right? I'm sure you'd place them like this. That's a very, very fatal error. This is where folders come in. You'll create a folder called Visuals, and inside it, another folder called Animations. That's where you'll place your animation instances.
But why do you create two folders if you're using only the animation folder?
Good question. Because at any time, I can add another folder called Particles, Images, Effects, or Sounds. This way, I save myself a lot of time and avoid a huge mess later. Now you're probably thinking folders only work in situations like this. But this also works when you're building a map. If you have a big map, you'll probably end up with tons of grouped models. Over time, it will look messy. Instead, use folders to organize them however you like. For example, in Workspace, you can create folders called Decorations, Towers, Houses, or Paths, and then move all the relevant models into those folders. Pretty easy, if you ask me. Play around with the folder container and find your own organization style. You can use folders in any situation or core service. If you, or someone else, think it makes sense to add them.
Well, what about these things?
Oh, right. I still need to explain where to place all of those. Now, you're probably asking yourself, but where do I place all these instances? I don't know. Let me explain. The first thing, scripts, local scripts and module scripts, where should I place them? For scripts, they should go in server script service. For example, if you have a script that applies damage to every part in the workspace, to keep things organized, it should be placed in server script service, not directly in the workspace, to avoid confusion. For local scripts, it depends. If you're programming a UI, place them in the starter GUI, pretty obvious. If it's something related to the character, place it in starter character scripts. For player related, use starter player scripts. But wait. There's an exception. You may have noticed that scripts have a property called run context. It determines whether the script will run in the client or the server. Remember when I said that local scripts shouldn't go in the replicated storage? Well, this changes things. If you change the run context to client, it allows a script to run directly from replicated storage. This avoids the need to place it in starter character or in any client service. However, if you are not comfortable with how the client and server model works, don't do this. Even though this method has organizational benefits, it's not beginner-friendly. If you don't fully understand the client-server model, stick to this simple rule. Place scripts in server-side services, place local scripts in client-side services. For module scripts, place them in the replicated storage, if they're needed by both the client and server. If they're server-only, place them in the server script service. For remote events and remote functions, they're commonly used for scripting and should be placed in the replicated storage. Don't put them together in the same folder, separate them into events folder and functions folder for better organization. Assets like animations, sounds, decals and meshes should go in replicated storage. But remember, don't put big things in the replicated storage. For example, if you place an entire map there, it will send all of that data to the client, which can overload memory usage and cause performance issues. That's why you should use server storage for large assets. And safety, of course. Now, you're probably wondering, what about the other instances? I know there's a huge catalog of them, and obviously I can't explain every single one. Otherwise this video would be way too long. Instead, I focused on the ones that I think are the most common and most useful for developing a game. So, In conclusion, at this point you should already understand these concepts: the concept of core services, as well as the most basic core services, their functions, and their utilities. How to use the folder instance in core services to organize other instances. The difference between client and server. Where to place the most important instances to keep your game organized, especially when working in a team. By now, you're ready to master all of these skills, which are very useful for any game developer. And please, I really don't want to keep working with people who have a messy organization. I don't have much to say. Thanks for watching this video, and see you next time.